I am in a ranty mood today, and so now you're gonna get a rant. And for once, this kind of doesn't have anything to do with social justice or racism or anything like that. Can we fucking normalize telling the truth about living in New York City? Can we please? Because I am so, okay, not to say that New York can't be a place that you enjoy living in. Like, not to say that's not possible, but I am so fucking sick of seeing YouTube channels that show off these fucking small ass fucking apartments and being like, this is what you can get in New York City for this much dollars. So this is how much you can get in New York City for like $1,500. Wow. Wow. Not mentioning the fact that that's $1,500 if you have roommates. If you don't have roommates, a fucking cardboard box is gonna cost you about $4,000. Now, I live in Jersey City. I am blessed. I am blessed with a disability check, and I am blessed with this golden location that my husband found that is like a diamond in the rough. I am fucking blessed, okay? And I love my place, but it does not escape me every day how blessed I am, because living in New York is ridiculous. It's so romanticized. Like, stop selling the idea that you can get an apartment that looks like Monica Geller's fucking, Geller Bing's fucking apartment. You're not going to, like, there is no way, first of all, there's no way that Monica and Rachel could afford that fucking apartment. Monica being a fucking chef, and then Rachel being what, a barista? No way, okay? No fucking way. I hate people romanticizing and selling this idea of New York, not fucking telling the truth, trying to get fucking, basically kids to come in and feed the ecosystem of this fucking city without telling the truth about what it's really like. Let me tell you, it's expensive. It's expensive to breathe in New York City, okay? It's expensive. Like, it's like $2 fucking dollars or whatever to take the subway. But you know what? That adds up when you have to take several subways. If you work at a place where you have to take several subways and a bus, and those trains and buses are nasty, absolutely nasty. The fucking, like, Manhattan is really small, okay? The island of Manhattan is 2 miles wide. I sprinted half the width of Manhattan once from my job to get to a dress rehearsal on like Broadway or some shit. Just those of you who actually live in New York, maybe this is not half the length of Manhattan, but I'm pretty sure it was fucking close. It was like from Madison Avenue to Broadway. You know what I mean? Like it's really small. But my point being, there's like 10, 12 million people squeezed onto this island. This is like a third world country with a Gucci belt. It literally is. It's literally like a third world country and a Gucci belt. And everything is expensive. Everything. Everything. I am 29 years old. If I were 20 years old, maybe I'd be able to handle like just how much New York is, like just the sensory overload alone. Like maybe at 20 years old, I would have been able to do that. At 29, my ass is staying the fuck in New Jersey, looking at Manhattan from a distance. I'm like, wow, it's so pretty with the sunrise and shit. I don't want to fucking live there. Don't want to fucking live there. Like why are we are completely ignoring the fact that the standard and cost of living is so fucking poor. It's so awful. For the amount that I pay, even Jersey, for the amount that I pay rent here, the fucking mansion I could be paying a mortgage on in like Texas or something, like literally almost any other state in the United States. Like, except California. Like, you know, like you real, like there's people really trying to convince you that $1,500 for a shoebox is a good deal. Maybe it is for New York City, and the New York City, Jersey City, Hoboken area. But overall, like across the entire United States, that shit's not good. That's not acceptable. It's not. Like I said, it's not saying that you can't move to New York and have a fantastic time. I know people that moved to New York, they lived here, they lived that shoebox life, and they had a fantastic time, and they fucking loved it, and that is completely possible. I'm just saying, like, with my PTSD ass, my veteran ass, like, you know, I'm like, there's just certain luxuries in life that I will not forego. Like washer and dryer. See my washer and dryer unit? This is not normal. This is not a fucking normal thing in Jersey City, Hoboken, or New York City. Like, you gotta take your laundry to a laundromat. Like, the last time I took laundry to a laundromat was when my family was dirt poor in Houston. Okay, that's the last time I took my clothes to a laundromat. That's standard. I've had friends that had to lug their fucking laundry around in a fucking suitcase to get their shit done. Like, it is absolutely insane. If that is the life that you want to live, like, in exchange for being able to pursue your dreams or whatever fucking reason you want to move to New York, that is completely fine. I'm just saying, why don't we fucking tell the truth about what your life is actually most likely gonna be like when you move there? I am blessed, guys. I wake up every day very grateful to be privileged enough to not have to have those difficulties that come with living in New York. I'm not trying to stunt. I'm just telling the truth that, like, I really am grateful, and I realize, like, how big of a deal it is. Gotta go move the car. But it's totally not okay to act like New York City standards of living are normal and acceptable compared to the rest of the United States. And stop trying to sell this idea that you can have this romanticized fucking dream life in New York. Like, fucking, like, oh God, was it like Rachel's fucking apartment in New York City in Glee? It was like a studio apartment or some shit. And it was huge. It was like cute, industrial, like her and Kurt living together, like, woo. You're not gonna fucking find that. You're not gonna fucking find that. The only realistic big New York City apartment in fucking, in fiction, truly, is Matt Murdock's, okay? It is Matt Murdock's because of that fucking red-ass floodlight, and nobody wants to fucking live there. And because he's blind, he's like, sure, I'll fucking take it. But even that, like, Matt Murdock comes from money. And so he still needs quite a bit to afford that fucking apartment. Like, that apartment is still probably like $3,000. Like, at least $2,000, you know? So it's like, I don't know. It just really bugs me. Like, it really bugs me to have seen, like, friends, like, just being on the struggle bus constantly, especially, like, very, very young. And it's like not solely because people sold us on the idea of New York and romanticized it, but, like, part of it is there. You know what I mean? Like, part of it is there. And there's, like, channels and shit, like, literally dedicated to convincing you that like, you can have a standard of living even close to anywhere else that you can live in the United States. You fucking can't. You fucking can't. The cost and standard of living here is so awful. It is awful compared to the rest of the United States. That is the gospel truth. If you want to take that risk and you want to like embark on the adventure that is living in New York, like feel free, like fully support, like, you know, there's definitely little tricks and trades or whatever the fuck to like have an okay life here. But that's the thing, like it's gonna be like luxury wise, like standard of living wise, it's just gonna be okay. It's just gonna be okay. So yeah, if you're thinking about coming to New York, think about it really hard. Think about it really hard. Just like get used to the possibility that you might need roommates, and there may not be a place in the fucking city that you can afford on your own. You're gonna need help. You're gonna need fucking help. So if you want to live, if you're the kind of person that wants to live alone, just know that that option may not be available to you if you want to have a roof over your head. And for some people, like, that really sucks. Like, I don't want to have a roommate ever again. I have one roommate and it's my husband, but I have known like couples that also have roommates. Like, there's no privacy. Like, there's like, you know, and again, like, it costs money to go everywhere. It costs money to get on the subway. It costs money to go on the bus. It like the ferry is ridiculous. Like that costs money. It costs money to eat out, you know, and like, I haven't seen, and like I've seen grocery stores everywhere in New York City, and I don't grocery shop in New York City, so I don't even know what the prices are like. But I'm sure that there's people that maybe don't have access to grocery stores as readily as others, like I do. Like, I have a grocery store right there, you know. So I'm told, but it is a third world country with a Gucci belt, and literally doing anything costs money, and it will drain you dry. It will drain you dry. Like, you have to have budgeting skills times a million to like to like really be secure. So that's what I'm saying. Like, not saying that you can't come here and have a good time and like have a great life and a great lifestyle that you love, you know, but I want people to tell the truth. And I'm starting with people to tell the truth about what the standard and cost of fucking living in New York City is. And just to tell you that if you want to live that fucking life, do not listen to these romanticized ideas about what New York is like, because it's not that. It's rough. It's hard, okay? It is hard. And unless you come from money and mommy and daddy can finance you having an apartment, you might not have a great time, especially when you're getting like really, really settled in. Like I said, it's possible, but I just hate people lying about it. Like, it's the greatest city in the world, yeah. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, not so fucking much. Not so fucking much. I have 2 bedrooms and a bath currently. For the amount that I'm paying, I'm not going to tell you what I'm paying, but for the amount I'm paying, I'm pretty sure I could get like 4 bedrooms and 3 baths in Houston. Albeit I would have to live in Texas, which is where I'm from. But I'm just saying, really think about it and like listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. My entire platform is on telling the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not lying. Listen to me, okay? I'm not fucking kidding. Like, this really does bother me. Say it.